We have a lot to cover today, and I apologize right out of the gate for how gross the first one will be. We haven't talked about this dickhead in a long time. I don't mean this dickhead, because he is, but and awesome choice of shots. Great fucking thumbnail. Rusty Trombone here posted this, and yeah. Just so you know, he's on Locals called The Oracles. His local show is called The Oracles, really. And he get a live weekly special, Break Bread, get access to all interviews for the week. Break Bread, Jesus Christ. Like, he's just usurping like chunks of Christianity. I don't know that there's a nunt in this one. This is old footage. It might be just he's just got bullfrog neck in this situation, but we will see. And if it comes up, I will do what I can. This is just old bloaty Trump. This is old footage. So, and again, it says doesn't hold back. Trump just said what we all think, which, by the way, I think he's probably going to be talking about the Syrian, like, this isn't our fight. We should stay the fuck out of there, you know, so that ISIS can grab a toehold again.
ISIS is here and they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it?
Whatever's happening in Syria.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I don't know why he's on double time from an old clip. He at that point, he was speaking very fast. Anyways, I guess there's a short attention span issue over there. By the way, is he rotting right in front of us? I mean, I know he's a fucking mess. But I gotta say, he looks like he's on a hunger strike. Maybe it's just that you can't show bloaty Trump first with his fucking bullfrog neck and then cut to yourself. Maybe that's the mistake. I don't know.
Regime change, rebels. It's likely significantly connected to the agenda of the powerful, because it wouldn't be.
Sure. What's happening in Syria is likely connected to the agenda of the powerful. Never mind the fact that Russia was the powerful support behind Syria, and believe me, their agenda was not for the leadership to be deposed. What he means is fuck America, whatever. From, I guess he's in where is he doing this show from? Is this Tucker Carlson's shitter? Honestly,
I like wood.
See,
deeper and longer.
Happening. And when you have populist leaders now emergent, and I think we're going to see more of this across the world, it's already a phenomenon that's defining our time, saying stuff like this is how Trump regards Syria.
So Taliban is our enemy. ISIS is our enemy.
This asshole freed 5,000 Taliban fighters. This is old.
We have an area that I brought up with our generals 4 or 5 weeks ago, where Taliban is here, ISIS is here, and they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it?
He thinks like we think. Why are we done it? That's what frightens me more than anything, is when, like, you know, before Russia, Ukraine.
Hey, real quick, asshole, before you get on your dipshit roll based on something that, you know, a clip from years ago that he was wrong about at the time, like, let me just float something. ISIS is over here. Taliban is over here. And in between are Kurds, innocent people who did nothing. Then what? What, fuck them because of geography? Yeah, and I think it's 2x speed too. This is their post. I have not sped this up. And let's see. Is it automatically sped up on? Nope. Wait, custom speeds. What? Nope. 1x. That's it. No. It's normal. Sleep timer. We might need that. That's probably true. Stable volume, ambient volume. Subtitles off because fuck him. Don't need it. We raise the quality. Nah, this is fine. Do you need to see him any crisper? Jesus.
You go, can't start war with Russia, and they got nuclear weapons, right? You think, no, they must know stuff I don't know. But that is true. Don't start a war with Russia. They've got nuclear weapons. Like,
we've got nuclear weapons too. What do you say? How about this? I got one for you. Don't side with India on stuff because Pakistan has nuclear weapons. Right? They've threatened people that have shored up Modi, right? So do you invite Modi to the White House? Because Pakistan has nuclear weapons. God damn, this is stupid.
Same, think back to the beginning of the pandemic. How can they have tested their medicines and the impact of their medicines, if you want to call them medicines, over a 5-year, 10-year period when they ain't had 5 years or 10 years to trial it? They can't have done. So when you're in...
All right, again, made up mix of facts. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine was a standard vaccine, which was tested over 5 to 10 years for rhinoviruses and for, flu-like viruses, and that was the technology you're talking about. The 5 or 10 years that they've been working on the new system, that the new ones was humping along for 5 or 10 years, but it never got its break to actually work on it, to actually produce vaccines based on it. He's talking out of his ass.
Instincts. What is your instincts?
Your instincts are based on bullshit in this case.
Instincts is your access to information and awareness that is transcendent of their ability to control you and manipulate you through...
No, it isn't. Oh, you dumb motherfucker. Your instinct, in the case of a grease fire, based on all your experiences before, what your brain might be telling you is, oh, fuck, there's a fire, throw water on it. But apparently, big fire extinguisher, big sand, big baking soda, big towel, wants you to stop, trusting your instincts about water. Fuck you. Your pineal gland is telling you this is how you solve this problem. And it's right all the fucking time, you rapey scumbag. The fuck out of here. You know what? My instinct when a woman says no is to not keep trying to fuck her. And apparently, you and I have divergent instincts. Now I would argue, and I would be curious, which of our positions about this is mine simply because I'm a man and I've been taught to be civilized in modern society, and his instinct is true? Or is my instinct to be respectful of somebody else's boundaries natural to who I am and connected to my deep and abiding, linkage to the Akashic records or whatever the fuck, and his are learned by big rape? Good Lord.
Propaganda. And what Trump does, as the American mystic, as I've described him...
The American mystic. Oh, come on. Really? Shit. When did he start calling him this? The American mystic. Okay. Well, that's the kind of talk that makes you shirtless in a guru robe that you got off Etsy.
He reaches into, why are we doing it? It's like common sense, isn't it? It's somewhere between common sense and a level of genius that's difficult to understand. Why are we getting involved, Taliban and ISIS? Now, Taliban, ISIS, we can help you with this dispute because somehow or another our interests can be represented. Now, when I say affection, he's...
Again, what do you do when there are people, innocent people, in between those groups? Now, you could say, still none of our business. Just a matter of geography. Fuck them. But say so. Say it. Don't be a coward about it. Go, hey, that's, this stuff kind of happens all the time or whatever. We may, it may happen when we don't know about it. So just because we do know about it, I don't think morally we have a responsibility to get involved. Say it. If that's what you believe. I happen to believe that if an aggressor is acting on someone who is innocent, or if an innocent person is caught between two aggressors and you can't help and you don't, that puts you on the side of the aggressor. And if you want to be on the side of the aggressor, fucking say it.
Not our mystic. You don't understand what I mean by mystic. I mean conduit of deeper truths. Mystic doesn't mean savior. It doesn't mean that. There is one savior. There is one savior. Mystic, conduit.
He means me, by the way.
Of truth, access to ulterior and obfuscated and obscured information. It's interesting. Watch him. Let's go back to look how he's talking. Look at how he's talking compared to Joe Biden. Remember Joe Biden at the beginning of the show. Thanks to the way I've governed, we've weakened Hezbollah and Hamas. It's like bullshit. Do you not know Do you not know how to read that? Have you not seen it enough times now?
Also, I guess he played a clip at the top from current Joe Biden. By the way, there's a couple of ways you can tell this is old Trump talking about a totally different situation, and he's playing on a loop, because look who's sitting behind him. The views on this, 55,000 views, allegedly, 5 hours ago. Believe me, it's getting the pump from our friends at RT.
So Taliban is our enemy.
And you made a deal with them to release 5,000 Taliban fighters before we got our personnel, our soldiers, and the people that helped us out of Afghanistan. Okay.
ISIS is our enemy. We have an area that I brought up with our generals 4 or 5 weeks ago where Taliban is here, ISIS is here, and they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it? I said, let them fight. They're both our enemies. Let them fight. Sir, we want to do it. They go in and they end up fighting both of them. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I think I would have been a good general, but who knows?
I love it. He's perfect for our times. He's gone back to himself already. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I think I would.
Yeah, you're both gropey, egomaniacal, misogynistic, disgusting, self-involved addicts. Yeah, it's exactly what you would do. No wonder you fucking like him. Because he grabs the truth by the pussy, according to you.
You've been a good general. Like me, I talk about stuff like I've been talking about like Navy SEALs experiences, like when.
Yeah, it's awesome when you talk about Navy SEALs experiences. I mean, because it's pretty much the same, being in Get Her to the Greek or whatever the fuck that movie was, and being a Navy SEAL. What's the difference?
They're sort of clearing buildings, supporting like a domestic Iraqi army. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'd have done. How does this affect me? Like when I told my daughter Peggy about Hitler, right? I was like, well, what was Hitler? I goes, well, Hitler was like a sort of a political and military leader that sort of
yeah, that's how I would describe him.
Exploited tensions across Europe and economic
He exploited tensions.
Decline in Germany to rise up as the head of a populist movement using sort of anti-Semitic tropes that were kind of common across Europe at that time.
Yeah, it was common. It wasn't his fault. I mean, he didn't, make big plays on him. It was normal. You know what I mean? It's just the slang of the time.
The estimated 6 million Jews died in concentration camps, as well as millions of gay people, disabled people, gypsies, drug addicts, mentally ill people. And he sort of started various wars, notably Peggy, the war on the Eastern Front against Russia, which was a mistake while still trying to fight Britain on the Western Front of France and Belgium. Peggy went, he could have killed me. That was her response. He could have killed me. That's the only way she could make sense of it. That's how I said, yeah, that's my girl. But all of this like history about.
Sorry, you're raising your daughter to be as self-involved as you are? So the asshole doesn't fall far from the tree, is what you're trying to say.
Politics. Also, she is only 6, so that's probably quite a heavy way to describe that story to her. Most coffee out there is based.
All right, but let me sell some coffee to you. Eh? That's it. That's the whole clip, by the way. Shit. And it's a full, whatever. And by the way, it's apparently what he used to look like when he was selling coffee before. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Just there's a rough one going on. I guess it's the 4 open sexual assault cases, right? That'll make you lose weight. But the essence, by the way, Trump just said what we all think. First of all, just said, this is when he was fucking president. Before. I want to say this is like 2018, for God's sake. And no, that's not what we all think. Because it's what we all think is, I think he's probably leaving out some crucial details, you fucking moron. Perhaps. Also, he was making a deal with the Taliban at the time. Or he did a year later. What was he just going to, if ISIS had won, would he have made a deal with them instead? Let us get out of Afghanistan and I'll let you have a caliphate in Afghanistan. How about that? Just don't shoot anybody until we're gone. Fucking his negotiated conditional surrender. Good Lord. Anyway, so you can see why bit wound up.